Two men wake up on the exact same morning. Same age, same paycheck, the same tired ceiling above the same cheap bed. For the next 10 years they work just as hard as each other. And at the end, one of them is free. The other is still setting an alarm for a job he can't quit. The difference isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's a single decision most people never notice they're making. This is your life if you escape the 9-to-5, versus your life if you stay in it. Same person, same start, two completely different endings. Age 22. Both of you land the first real job. The same salary hits both accounts on the same Friday. And here, on day one, the fork already appears, disguised as a totally normal thought. The man who stays thinks, "Finally, I made it. Now I can live a little." The new car, the nicer apartment, the lifestyle that matches the title. Every dollar finds a job before the month ends. Feels like winning. It's the trap closing. The man who escapes thinks something boring instead. This paycheck is not mine to spend. It's fuel. He keeps living like a student a little longer and sets aside a slice before he touches the rest. Same income. He just refuses to let it disappear. Age 25. 3 years in. From the outside, both lives still look identical. Same car in the driveway. Same kind of weekend. But underneath, something is splitting in two. The man who stayed has more stuff, but he also has more payments. His money is already spent before it arrives. He is, in his own words, doing fine. And doing fine is the most expensive trap there is. It feels comfortable enough to never change. The man who escaped has less to show, and a number quietly growing in the dark. For the first time, money shows up that he did not work for. It's small, a few dollars, but it's the first dollar that earns on his behalf. Age 30. The gap stops being a line and becomes a canyon. Compounding has finally woken up on one side. Debt has finally woken up on the other. On the side that stayed, the raises came, and every raise got swallowed. A bigger paycheck bought a bigger life, which demanded a bigger paycheck. He's earning more than ever and keeping exactly the same. Nothing. He calls it being an adult. The system calls it a reliable customer. On the side that escaped, the slow, boring number is no longer slow or boring. It's feeding itself. His investments now earn in a year what used to take months to save. He didn't get a magic return. He gave time something to multiply. One man has more income, the other has momentum, and momentum wins the long game. Age 35. For the first time, the two lives feel genuinely different. Not in what they own, in what they're allowed to do. The man who stayed has a good job and a hard ceiling. A bad boss is a trap because quitting means zero income next month. His freedom is exactly as long as his next paycheck. About 30 days. Renewed forever. The man who escaped isn't rich yet, but his investments now cover his rent. Just his rent. It sounds small. It changes everything. The day your money pays for even one need, your job stops being a cage and becomes a choice. Age 45. 23 years from that identical first paycheck. And now the gap is almost too big to look at directly. The man who stayed is roughly where he was at 30. A little more income, the same alarm. 20 years of hard work bought a slightly nicer version of the same cage. Not because he was lazy, because nobody told him the money was supposed to work for him. The man who escaped crossed a line he can't go back over. His investments now generate more in a year than his job ever paid. The work became optional. That early, boring slice of every paycheck grew up and got a full-time job. Now here's the part the system never wants you to see. These two men earned almost the same amount of money across their entire lives. Add up every paycheck. They're nearly identical. He wasn't paid more. No lottery. No rich parents. The only thing he did differently was refuse to spend his future before it arrived. He kept the gap. He let time do the heavy lifting. One man's money built a life that frees him. The other's built receipts. Same fuel. Two engines. So look honestly at the two lives, and be honest about which paycheck you're living. Not because one man is good and one is bad. Both worked hard. Both showed up. The difference was a single quiet decision made over and over, starting young. Spend it or keep the gap. You don't escape the 9 to 5 in a day. You escape it one paycheck at a time. Send a slice of everyone to the future and give it years to grow up. The man who stayed isn't out of the game. He just has to start today instead of 20 years ago. The second best time is always right now. If this made you look at your own paycheck differently, subscribe. A new money deep dive every week. And stop playing on hard mode.